Hi, and welcome to my kind of final final video for this professional practice module. Um, I have completed the music video. It has been released. It has been advertised, so it's been on Facebook. I researched the best way to promote and spend the very small budget that I had on making sure that it got the maximum return. I have submitted it to my website along with the critical reflection and the kind of some thoughts about the social media engagement and best ways of promoting it. But finally, I just want to tell you about some of the final last steps, some of the evaluation, and where I'm going to go perhaps from here. So I created a Survey Monkey just to get some response, some feedback from my peers at Water Bear, and I shared this link here, and just have a quick look at the survey. And I could use this as kind of a reflective tool, some good peer feedback. So let me just talk you through some of the questions. How do you rate the video? Excellent, very good, good, fair, or poor? Do you feel I spent enough time planning and preparing for the video? I know it's difficult for peers to perhaps assess that, but I suppose they will be able to tell perhaps if the video looks like it's been rushed, thrown together, poorly filmed, things like that. Then it goes on to say, do you feel like the video looks professional? How engaging was it? Did it make you want to watch it to the end? I think that's quite a really good question to ask. You want the viewer to be engaged. As we know, the video didn't go to plan. I wanted three kind of destinations, three locations to shoot. We ended up with one, so it's important that that one was engaging enough to keep the audience. Do you feel the video is edited well? So one of the skills I wanted to improve was my editing skills on Premiere Pro. So it'd be good to know whether peers felt that it was good. Did the music video suit the genre? Do you feel the music video will engage people on social media? What did you like about the video? Anything you didn't like? And do you have any feedback about the music video project overall? So that was a survey that I created. Just want to give you some final feedback about the social media engagement. So the main purpose of this was to, as well as developing my kind of employability skills and personal skills, was to bring more engagement to the Facebook page for Juliet Falls. So I'd like to show you the response. Now, as I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, we normally have between half a dozen to 20 likes on a good video, a good post, and perhaps a couple of hundred engagements maybe. The music video had, it reached around 20,000 people here, which is fantastic. 8,000 3-second video views, 138 reactions, so that's likes, shares, wows, loves, 403 post clicks, 170 plays, 1.4k through plays, which I can gather is when somebody watches the entire video. So the video's been viewed 1,400 times, which is fantastic. And we had no negative feedback, so we didn't have high posts, we didn't say, and this costs, I think, about £30, give or take, roughly, over the course of the last few weeks. So it's really good, really successful. I'm sure it will continue to be successful. Something I was thinking about in terms of the worthwhile of gigging is that I've put this project together in 10 weeks and I've reached 20,000 people for very little cost. Whereas you go to a gig, you might reach 150 people tops if you're lucky, and it costs you to travel there and gig and perform. So I definitely think there's some kind of future longevity in creating the music videos. That was really good. Finally, let me take you back to this little kind of PDF about trying to answer some of these questions for you. So do I feel my project proposal and timeline were realistic? Was it too ambitious or broad, or do you think it was a realistic project? Did you manage your time effectively, and what impact did this have? I think my project and timeline were absolutely perfect. In fact, I probably allowed myself a little bit too much time, perhaps. I had it done and finished weeks ahead of designated timeline. I think that's because I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible, so that I knew it was done, it was in the bag, I could go back and do any fine tuning. But actually, even though we had a few hurdles along the way, and we had to kind of swap ideas, change to this, cancel that, we're doing this instead, I think I really kind of planned well for it and made some good executive decisions, perhaps. So I managed my time really well. It was great getting everybody on board, and you know, I've explained that communication was one of the key parts of making all of this work. I've talked about my personal skills and knowledge in relation to my career aspirations and transferable skills. So you know, I'd like to teach music. That would be a great career aspiration for me, would be a teacher of this kind of course or things like that. Now, music editing and video editing go hand in hand. The software is reasonably similar. The recording process, the filming process, the lighting, they're all definitely transferable and skills that, you know, I would be able to teach somebody and pass on that knowledge. That's really good. It's been helpful, and I'm sure it will be helpful in helping me obtain work in the industry. Review and reflect on your feedback from my evaluative questionnaire. I haven't had any responses to my questionnaire so far. It's been up now for nearly 2 weeks and with no responses. So unfortunately, you know, I can't use that feedback yet. What I could do is, instead of trying to ask my peers, is put it out on Facebook, on social media, ask people to watch the video and then give me some feedback. However, I don't think that it's the target audience is who I want the feedback from. You know, do I feel that it was edited well? Well, I could get somebody who knows absolutely nothing to somebody who's a video pro, or it might get shared far and wide and I may come in all sorts of kind of scrutiny, or so it would be nicer if it was from my university peers. So that's something I can't do at the moment. In hindsight, there's still a couple of weeks, so I could possibly wait for some more responses to come. But at this current moment, I can't reflect on that. Question 4, what targets or lessons learned from this project can you take forward with you for your personal development, and how might this help in your future career? So again, project management I've had to look at. I'm certain that as the band go forward, we'll take on more projects. I would feel confident about doing another music video from the initial idea through to the completed product again. Wouldn't have any problem taking that on board. It hasn't kind of put me off the process. I would like to perhaps arrange another event, something bigger, our own gig perhaps, selling tickets, renting a venue, putting other bands on, trying to do that. Possibly if I did it again, I would look at recording a new song for it as well, writing, recording, creating a video, perhaps adding a little bit to myself, give myself a bit more to do. So there's definitely a lot to take forward in terms of the music industry, whether it's creating music, creating videos, project management and things like that. So the skills that I've learned and been able to learn on this journey have been really useful. And then finally, put together a 4-year approximate professional development plan moving forward with this project, detailing academic and professional targets respectively. You can use a template below. So academic targets and professional targets. So that's something that I am going to look at. So that's the end of this video. So good news is 20,000 views, 20,000 engagements with the music video for 30 quid, which has been incredible. And I'm really pleased with the way it came out. So thank you very much for watching and coming on this journey with me. Goodbye.